Makerspace video how-to series Arduino. Welcome inside CPC Makerspace, Greg Reed. In my hand I have an example of an Arduino. The device itself with the two LED lights on it is credit card sized. It interfaces with a PC or Mac using open source software. The machine actually is powered and receives its commands from the standard keyboard on your companion machine, using a USB cable, as it were. Now, on the Arduino device are a number of small holes into which ends of electrical wires can be placed, and above the Arduino unit here, above it, is an example of something called a breadboard, and there are dozens and dozens of holes in the breadboard as well. So the devices can be LED lights, they can be small machines. Basically there can be some interfacing going on right between the breadboard and the Arduino using the ends of electrical wires. One can basically just push an electrical wire into one of the holes, it will grab and hold, and the same thing is true for the two rows of holes that are in the Arduino unit itself. Very functional. I kind of give you a side view of the breadboard. There's electrical rails that run underneath it, both positive and negative. The Arduino is a basic programming device that's very useful for a lot of things. It takes an input and creates an output. The input can be a light, it can be a switch, the output can be a motor of some kind. I understand that Arduinos can even take a Twitter message and convert it into an email, the Twitter message being the input, the email being the output. One can even interface the Arduino with internet and turn off home lights on, turn home lights on or off using the Arduino device, as it were. Next step, we're going to show some basic programming using the Arduino. Stay tuned. Example of programming with Arduino. File was on the desktop, already downloaded. Every piece of programming in Arduino is called a sketch. We're going to do a sketch right now. See that there are two types of functions within a sketch. A setup, which basically is telling the Arduino what it's working with, and then dropping down a little bit to loop, which executes the function chosen over and over. So let's go to the upper left, File, Examples. There's many examples already within the Arduino. I'm going to go to Basics and Blink. So show you quickly the Arduino with a blinking LED roughly once per second. We're going to change the cadence of that to make it much more rapid than that. So we'll take the software, scroll down, and here again you can see the setup and loop type functions. Here 1000 milliseconds, that's 1 second. I'm going to change that to 200 milliseconds if I can. Give me a moment, please, and I will change that properly. And we'll change the one underneath it also to 200 milliseconds. Okay, so once again, here was the cadence once per second. And I'm going to execute the function using the keys up top. First, we'll verify the change in the programming. Okay. Had to click it again. I think it's verified and ready. Okay, now I can upload using the adjacent key. And the function's been executed, and one can see the lower LED is blinking at a much more rapid rate. That's just one of many programming functions one can do on an Arduino just within the software that's preloaded in the system. There's many other things one can use with devices that are connected to the Arduino. The principle, however, is the same. Enjoy.